What up, peeps? This is Get With Sports, place where you get your sports with a little swag. I'm Glass.
I'm Brandon.
Ooh, okay. Do that again. What up, peeps? This is Get With Sports, place where you get your sports with a little swag. I'm Glass.
And I'm Brandon.
The best tag team tandem out here in sports talk. And we're back again to give you another episode 73 of the 2 Cents Positive on Sports, the place where we give you our 2 cents on the recent topics in the sports world. And as always, we want to thank you for taking the time for watching the show. While you're here, go ahead and click the subscribe button to the channel so you can be alerted to all the episodes we have here at Get With the Sports 2 on YouTube. Everything good, Brandon?
Everything's great. Everything's great.
Other than being cold, I can't complain myself, but it's just, I know it could get colder, but I wasn't expecting this early. I mean, I know Thanksgiving around the corner, but below freezing?
Expecting fall, I know.
Yeah, okay, right. I didn't go outside and rake yet, but it's all good, man. It'll just be there next spring. All right, man. We got a lot to talk about. I don't know if we're gonna fit it all in, but we're gonna try. We got to talk about stuff in the NBA, and everybody out here. If you've been under the rock, you know we got to talk about the Golden State Warriors. We got to talk about Jimmy Butler getting traded to the 76ers. We got to talk about who. I'm gonna tell you my thoughts on Tom Thibodeau and how I think he need to let go of that GM position. We'll get into that in just a second. We got to talk about the NFL. Back to NBA. LeBron James, congratulations. You moved up on the scoring list. Talk about Chiefs Rams getting moved to LA. And talk about we went into depth on the Le'Veon Bell not showing up situation. Well, now we definitely know he ain't gonna show up, but we'll get into that towards the end of the show. And then we're gonna give you our power picks of the NFL. But let's go ahead and start with Jimmy Butler. Since he was here, we drafted him. Let's go ahead and jump on him. The 76ers the Minnesota Timberwolves traded Jimmy Butler and center Justin Patton to the Philadelphia 76ers for a package including forward Dario Saric, wing Robert Covington, guard Jared Bayless, and a 2022 second-round pick. Butler is reportedly expected to reach an agreement, a long-term extension with Philadelphia this upcoming summer. Minnesota acquired Butler and Patton from the Chicago Bulls in a draft day deal last year in exchange for Zach LaVine, Chris Dunn, and Lauri Markkanen. Appreciate it. Bulls did a good job on that one. That initial blockbuster united Butler with former Bulls coach Tom Thibodeau, who signed a 5-year deal in 2016 to become the Timberwolves team president and head coach. But playing for the coach under whom he blossomed into a perennial all-star was eventually not enough to garner Butler's long-term commitment to the franchise. News broke in September that Butler had requested trade from Minnesota after turning down a 4-year extension in the range of $110 million. This going to be interesting on this talk. This followed reports of division between himself and Timberwolves blue-chip youngsters Karl Anthony Towns and Andrew Wiggins. The 29-year-old Butler reportedly informed the organization he did not envision a long-term stay with the team, with a player option below market value for the 2019-2020 season. Butler would have been able to leave Minnesota as early as the summer of 2019. And the runner-up to the regular season, Butler elected to stay away from the Timberwolves training camp and media day while he waited for the team to acquiesce to his trade demand. When he finally did rejoin the team, Butler reportedly lambasted Towns, Wiggins, Thibodeau, and general manager Scott Layden during a closed practice. Butler was nearly traded to the Miami Heat before the start of the season, with the teams reportedly exchanging medical information. The deal reportedly fell apart in the 11th hour after the Timberwolves attempted to increase the return. As originally constructed, the deal with Miami would have included guard Josh Richardson and big man Kelly Olynyk. With Minnesota unable to reignite trade talks prior to the start of the 2018-2019 season, Butler returned to the team. Though through 10 appearances, the four-time All-Star averages 21.3 points, 5.2 rebounds, 4.3 assists, and 2.4 steals per game. Bruh. I like Jimmy Butler. I knew he's going to be he's a hard worker. He's one of the few pure two-way players. Played defense just like he played offense, hard, nose to the grindstone. But he became a prima donna ever since he left the Bulls. Even before he left the Bulls, you could tell he was smelling himself. Jimmy Butler, I don't know. I ain't going to say top 10, top 20. I'll say top 20 player. But his attitude is just like, is it worth the trouble? You know. Now he in Philadelphia.
Mm-hmm.
Now they got their big three. I was thinking before he got traded that he sounded like he wanted his team. If you go to Philadelphia thinking that's going to be your team, you got another thing coming because Joel Embiid, he already made Philadelphia his team because, before, it was trust the process. That means with all that time they was tanking. Ooh. And getting first-round players. Now he changed around where he called himself the process. And ain't even the team concept. It's a Embiid concept whenever they talk about the process. So if Butler think he'll go over there and change anything, no, man. That was the wrong spot to land for that. And before I let you talk, this is what I was talking about with Tom Thibodeau need to let go of that president of basketball operation go. I'm not nothing wrong with this trade here. This trade basically kind of benefit both teams with Saric and Covington going to the Timberwolves. Covington is a good defensive player. He fits here. I think he'll fit right in with Minnesota. But my thing is, before that trade, Miami Heat gave him two offers. I think that offer we just said with Richardson and Olynyk.
Yeah.
The first one before that, I believe, was with Dragic and Justin Winslow. And like I said, they tried to squeeze Miami for some more. It came to the point where they made the trade. Like I just said, the last trade with Olynyk and Josh Richardson. They were trading medical information, and Timberwolves called Pat Riley back, said they wanted more, and Pat Riley basically said, "You motherfuckers," and hung up the phone. After that, Houston Rockets was willing to give up 4 first-round draft picks for Butler. That's the one I probably would have took if I was Minnesota because you get forced. Now that we see I don't know where it would land, but we see what the players that got at Duke. I think I told you all at the job.
Yeah.
Zion Williamson, RJ Barrett. I can't remember the third one. But they got quality players that Minnesota could have picked up. But you pass all that good stuff. To me, when Houston offered 4 first rounders, I thought they was out their mind. You know what I'm saying? I would have took that one real quick. But it is what it is. Now we got Butler in Philly. I don't know if he's gonna stay there. They wishing. I think they hoping he'll stay there to have that big 3. But let me ask you this: what you think about that before I move on? I'll go ahead and let you talk.
I don't know. I've grown disenchanted with Jimmy Butler myself. I guess numbers. They go. If you're going by the numbers, it was a good deal,
right?
For the Sixers or whatever. I mean, they go from what's this? The freaking 30-1 odd. 31 odds, 16-1. You know, for the NBA title, 7-2 to win the East. You know, I don't you know, I don't know. You know, you still got Toronto and Boston over there.
Exactly.
But it's I don't know what Jimmy you gonna get. You know what he get over there decide. Oh, I can't play with these young dudes. You know, I can't. I don't. I don't like what they doing here or whatever. Because he basically bitched his way out of Minnesota.
Right.
You know, that was, you know, basically it. So I don't know, man. I don't know. They got Sixers had a good up and coming team without him. So he definitely, you know, it's not his team. He's not. I don't know if you consider him the missing piece or whatever. I mean, he does bring 21 points, you know, to the game. He does bring defense or whatever. So, he's to me, Butler. He's not a leader. He's not a leader, you know, because he's a crybaby to me. That's a young team. So I'm asking, does the team need a leader, or do they need 21 points? The conference, you know, and another defender. I don't know, you know. So I think it's still a wait and see, deal. Minnesota, mentioned 4 first-round picks from Houston. You know, that's not a bad thing, but he definitely wouldn't have fit in over there. It's just not enough balls over there. And so that's my personal opinion. I don't think, you know, over 4 years, who knows? But it's gonna be interesting to see it. I'm still on the wait and see thing. On paper, yeah, they look like the better team, but I mean, Toronto don't have to worry about LeBron no more. That was their only kryptonite, it seemed last years or whatever. So maybe they can go on and do what they got to do, because to me, they on paper, whatever, they still got a better team. You know, so it's a wait and see deal for me.
Right. You know, like I said, just like you said, they went from 30-1 to 16-1 in the Eastern Conference, and you stated, you know, Toronto Raptors and Boston Celtics. I'll throw Milwaukee Bucks in that situation, and maybe if everything goes right, the Indiana Pacers. You know, I can't say they the second or third best team in the league, just like you said. Toronto Raptors, they rolling on people. You know, I think with what's my man just went to, they traded to San Antonio for him. Oh my gosh, for Kawhi Leonard. Anyway, with the absence of him, I thought with him and Kyle Lowry, with them separated, it was going to hurt Lowry's mental game. Lowry's blowing him. It looked like he's playing better without what is his name? You gonna have me look this up?
I know what you're talking about.
Anyway, but now my question is, with the Philadelphia 76ers, you just got rid of 2 of your starters with Covington and Saric. Okay, so you got Joel Embiid, who a great center, I give it to him. Ben Simmons, who is coming into, well, he is a star. He's an all-star. They can't shoot.
They can't shoot, right.
We have a problem with that. Now you got Jimmy Butler, good thing, but the other 2 positions, who you going to slide up in there? You can't slide Markelle Fultz up in there, because to me, I ain't going to call him a bust, but they did too much to go get him. To me, I didn't understand why they moved up to go get him and pass up Tatum and some other players at that time. But it is what it is. But Markelle Fultz having problems right now. I guess you could say, I'm looking at here, Wilson Chandler. I like Wilson Chandler. They can move him up to the starting position. Mike Muscala, JJ Redick. I forgot it. That's a shitter. But I don't know if he's better coming off the bench or better start. You know what I'm saying? So they got things to work out. They just lost their first game. I can't remember who was with.
Okay.
But it's going to take them time. We still got like 66, 68 games left.
Yeah, definitely.
So Brett Brown got to get stuff to, you know, work out, see what works. Now to the positive for Jimmy Butler. You move from a taskmaster in Tom Thibodeau, where he was playing 41, 43 minutes a game, even as he was hurt, to a coach in Brown, who basically after 5 minutes he starts substituting his starters and mix and matching, which is good. You get a breather. You ain't gonna be drugged to the ground at the end of the game, which is a plus for Butler on that. But to say he got to fit in, fit in wherever they put him, and not make an uproar. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's something that we got to wait and see. We'll see. I don't know. Like I said, I think this is Jimmy Butler went to a place where he'll make the playoffs. But Minnesota got two good players in Covington and Sarge, two shooters, and one good two-way player. We're going to see how that turn out. I'll put up the standings right now, but it's going to look good for both of them. So, all right. Let's move. Anything else on Butler before we move on?
No, Butler, he's a wild card right now. So
yeah,
I can't.
Well, right now they in 5th with 9-7 record. Toronto with the 12-3 record. Milwaukee in 2nd with 10-4. Indiana 8-6. Boston 8-6. That's when it's a good pickup. But do they move them up a little bit? I don't know. They might be in the 4th or 5th spot. Do you want to be in the 4th or 5th spot? I don't think so. You want to be in the top 3 where you have a chance to move on, Just my saying.
Right.
All right. Let's go ahead and give congratulations to LeBron James. The forward passed Wilt Chamberlain to move into 5th on the NBA all-time scoring list Wednesday when they beat the Portland Trailblazers in the Staples Center. He quoted, "When I'm able to do what I love to do and do it at this level, and even being mentioned with the greats that have ever played this game, it just always brings me back to my hometown, Akron, and knowing where I come from, knowing how hard it was to get to this point and just never being in satisfied mode," he said in the post-game interview. James passed Chamberlain late in the 4th quarter at the charity stripe. He finished the night 1 assist short of a triple-double, recording 44 points on 13 of 19 shooting, 10 rebounds, 9 dimes, and 3 rejections in 36 minutes of action in the 126-117 Lakers victory. The 44 points were the most by a Laker since Kobe Bryant's 60-point game in 2016. He told reporters that both the game ball and his uniform will be sent to his I Promise school in Akron. James now needs 867 points to pass Michael Jordan for 4th place. So right now, in 1st place, of course, is the great Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. 2nd is Karl Malone. 3rd is Kobe Bryant. 4th is Michael Jordan, and 5th is James. Yeah, he gonna catch Jordan. If not this year, definitely next year. All he needs is 867 points. And like I said, it's like 66 games left. He got that.
Yeah, he should. Because he's going to do bulk of the scoring over here in L.A.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And you know what I just learned this morning? Somebody brought some stats up. 6 of the 8 players that's in the all-time scoring list don the Los Angeles Lakers uniform. I think number, of course, everybody, Kareem, Karl Malone, Kobe Bryant, LeBron James, Wilt Chamberlain. I think Shaq is 7. So, hey, I don't know what that says about anything. I still hate the Lakers. But it is what it is. Got any words before we move on? Like I said, congratulations to LeBron.
How long LeBron been playing with?
How long?
Yeah.
I think 16 years.
16 years.
Yeah.
That's a long time. I would think that he would be. So how long did Kobe end up playing?
20. 19 or 20. I think it's 20 though.
Yeah, you don't get longevity like that no more.
Yeah. He'll definitely catch Jordan. I think he could catch Kobe Bryant, no matter how long he plays. I don't think anybody gonna catch Kareem. I have yet to see. Kareem was just that dude with that signature move, the hook. Nah, ain't nobody gonna catch
they
him.
would have to average 30 plus career wise.
Yeah. I agree. All right, bro. I just heard this morning. It's not in the show notes, but I heard this morning that they finally, I ain't gonna say got rid of I'm getting a brain fart that quick. Play for Houston. Oh my gosh.
Oh, Carmelo.
Carmelo Anthony. Number one, did you think it was a bad mistake for him going over there? Let me ask you that.
Yeah. Yeah, I did.
I ain't gonna say it was a mistake. I think it was something that they had to try. It failed.
I mean, hold on. I mean, they not even 20 games in the season. So what did they try? They ain't trying shit.
You know, and I can't. And everybody, I ain't gonna say everybody. But, well, I am. Most of the people blaming Carmelo for where are they at? Damn, for their 7-7 start. They tied for 9th place. I can't even put 20% on Carmelo.
I can't blame Carmelo. I blame the coaching, or whatever. When you go get a Carmelo, you gotta in the door. You gotta know what you're gonna do with him.
Exactly.
Secondly, that's first of all, knowing what you want to do with him. Secondly, you gotta get him to agree to it.
Which they had problems at the beginning.
I don't think Carmelo envisioned that he wouldn't be starting.
Okay.
I think that they wanted him to anchor their bench, and he wasn't feeling that. You know, a lot of teams, people talking about, well, Carmelo don't play D or whatever. You know what? Don't nobody in the NBA play D. It's like it's a handful of people. Me and you right now use all 10 of our fingers or whatever. We'd be hard pressed to fill them up with the good defenders. 10 good defenders in the league. Right. So I don't think that's it. I think he wouldn't agree to the role that they wanted him to play, and he struggled. I mean, because they ain't 20 games in the season. He ain't played in 20 games. I mean, he just set out the last 5 or so games.
Right.
Games.
So, I think it was 3.
Okay, 3 games. So they didn't even get a process a chance, whether he didn't give it a chance or they didn't give it a chance. So, yeah, he was out there. Can he still play? I'm sure he can still play, especially because the way the league is set up now. I don't think well, see, that's the whole thing. I don't know what team he will go to.
That was my next question.
And be an asset as a starter, can he be somebody like, let's say like Derrick Rose, who has accepted and embraced the 6-man thing? Okay. So, maybe Carmelo can look at that. Maybe this whole 6-man thing could be something big in the NBA. You got so many people, vying for it or whatever. So I don't know, man. It's crazy, but that whole Houston thing to me was a joke.
Okay, got you. You know what? Like I said, I'm not gonna put it all on Carmelo. Number one, Chris Paul got suspended damn near 3 games.
Right.
Then he ended up, I think he got tendonitis in his shooting elbow. That was bothering him, and I think he was out for that. And then Harden was out with the hamstring. So I think it was only a handful of games where all three of them played. That's number one. Number two, I blame Houston for this because you got rid of you let Ariza go to Phoenix. And Bob Mute, I think he with the Clippers. Your defensive powers right there. Right. You just got to say they barely playing defense. Now you got rid of 2 of your great defensive players right there. And I think the defensive coach retired. suddenly retired over the summer. I think he's coming back after Thanksgiving. So there's a lot there going on where they're trying to figure out who's what, where, and whatever. Next thing I gotta say is Carmelo got to learn have to reinvent himself.
Mm-hmm.
Just like you said, Rose reinvented himself in Minnesota. He did it with New York. He did a hell of a job with New York.
Right.
Carmelo didn't lose a step. He lost a lot of shit. He definitely not to play like he was before. So he got to put in his mind, I can't do what I used to do. He was a legitimate scoring machine when he was in Denver,
right.
when he was in New York. And it all fell apart when he went to OKC, now in Houston. I think he's missing a lot of steps. He need to reinvent himself. Say, I'm coming off the bench, come off the bench and do I can't remember his name, Vinnie Johnson in Detroit, coming up, microwave, just start shooting. And everybody's saying that, what's the coach for D'Antoni? Got a grudge against him from his New York days. Hopefully that's not true. I think hopefully a coach is a bigger person than that. But
right.
I ain't gonna say Carmelo. It wasn't a good fit. Now where should he go from here? That's hard for me to say. People say Philly. Philly got to adjust a bit to Jimmy Butler for right now.
Yeah, don't fuck that team. Already, and it might be right now.
Right. Excuse me. Milwaukee might be a good fit. They need some shooters over there. He's gonna go to a playoff team. He ain't gonna go to no scrub. Cause he's only making $2.4 million with the Houston Rockets.
Mm-hmm.
So I can see him Detroit.
Not a playoff team.
Not that. He got to get off the West. I can't see the West teams picking him up. So, all right. Before we move on, hopefully Carmelo, or he just needs to go ahead and retire. 1, 2. But I had people at the job. I had family members talking about actually questioning me if he's a Hall of Fame player. What the hell y'all smoking, man? Before I make my Brandon, is Carmelo a Hall of Famer?
No.
Oh shit.
No. But you know what? Let me. Carmelo's a scorer. Okay. It'll be close. Because the NBA is not like the NFL. It's definitely not like baseball.
Right.
It's definitely not like baseball. Out of them three major sports, the NBA is most definitely the most lenient in letting their players into their hall.
Mm-hmm.
So in that regards, yeah, he will be a Hall of Famer. Just based on his numbers. He'll get in.
Okay.
Based on his numbers, he'll get in. Y'all play like one? No, not to me.
You know what I just learned right now?
You what?
Not to talk for you.
Not to let me talk first.
I did not know you was gonna say that. Okay, I am not saying first ballot. But he will be a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, like I said, he's going to be one just because of the leniency of that league, and how they let their guys in. Because
you don't think he deserve it, man?
I don't know.
I'll put you like this. I've always been a Carmelo Anthony fan. I'm gonna tell you what his detriment is. But he did a hell of a job at Denver.
Yes.
When they went to I think they went to the conference finals. I can't remember who that.
And this ain't like such a long.
I know, right? I know. I remember
time ago.
That was a nice little squad out there. I mean, when J.R. Smith was out there.
Him and LeBron was in that same draft, so yeah, he been in the league.
See, that's his detriment. I'm gonna tell you right now. Yeah. He did. But once I said, he did a great job in Denver. He did a pretty good job in New York. You know what I'm saying? He just didn't have the. It was funny at that time when he wanted that trade to New York. So they trade him to New York, but when it comes to trade, you got to give up something to get something. So they gave up too many players to Denver, and he had nothing to play with when he was in New York.
They did. And I think going back to that whole fiasco, I think one of his biggest mistakes that he made as a professional, and I can't say it was a mistake. I mean, I don't know what's going on in his family or whatever. But when he left Denver, he went to New York when everything on the wall was telling him to come to Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
But he was chasing the money.
He was chasing the money. He got the money and got nothing else. You know. He could have, at that time, the Bulls, they weren't a bad team. They wasn't the best team, but they weren't a bad team. It was right there.
And we needed that one piece.
They needed that one piece. He could have been that piece
to
make that Bulls team challenge Cleveland, consistently. They of course they still challenged them with Thibodeau here, but they didn't have that one scoring piece that they needed to get them over the top. They was always a defensive team.
Right.
But they didn't have that one score, to get them over the top. And he went to New York where the money was, and I think that was the beginning of the end right there.
Right. Right.
But that's my thought.
Okay. I totally agree with everything you say right there. That was a detriment. He was chasing money instead of going to a playoff team. And he was losing his
player credibility.
Yeah, exactly. At that time. That was my first thing I was going to say. My second thing I was going to say, what people kind of have a different vision on Carmelo Anthony. He came out with LeBron James. He came out with Dwayne Wade.
Mm-hmm.
We see how LeBron James spends $1 million on his training. We know damn well that's not what Carmelo. You can look at Carmelo and say, "No, you ain't training like you're supposed to be training." And I think his body has deteriorated to the point where he's not able to do anything like he used to do, which is on him. But to me, I'm not going to sit there and compare him with LeBron James or with Dwayne Wade. I think that's one of the things where might mess up the vision of how people see Carmelo Anthony. Dwayne Wade, both of them. Mm-hmm. Dwayne Wade won a championship without LeBron James, and LeBron James won a championship without Dwayne Wade. So they both won championships. I think Carmelo only made 2 playoffs, if I ain't mistaken. One for Denver and one with New York Knicks with Mike.
D'Antoni.
Mike. No.
What are you talking about?
Black coach.
Yeah, I know.
It'll come to me. I'm having a straight brain for. But anyway, with Mike as head coach, so he's definitely a Hall of Famer. He needs to find a team where he could fit in, whether it's a playoff team or not. I don't know. I know he'd rather be on a playoff team now. He made all his money. He's just playing for the veterans minimum. So I just wish the best for Carmelo. We just see where he lands and move from there. I think Houston say he's still going to be on the roster. Why? I don't know. Let's talk about the monkey, the elephant in the room. Draymond Green, Kevin Durant, and the Golden State Warriors. If people didn't know, I think it was a Monday night. Oh. Anyway, it was a game against the Clippers. I think we had Thursday, right? Was it Monday night? It might have been Monday night. They played the Clippers. The game was tied up 106-106. There was a couple of seconds left on the clock. Lou Williams of the Clippers took a shot, didn't hit it. Draymond Green got the rebound. And you can automatically see Kevin Durant clapping his hands, give me the ball. Now, granted, that night, Kevin Durant, I think he had 33 points. He had a triple-double. Draymond had 6 points. 14 rebounds, but he had 6 points. So with Draymond getting the rebound, you would think he would give it to KD. But what Draymond did is what Draymond always do: bring the ball up and facilitate. He brought it to past half court. I think it was Iguodala on his left side. He tried to dump it off to Iguodala, but I think someone went after the ball and it ran off his leg. Time ran out. Going to the huddle, Kevin Durant sat down, said, "Man, why didn't you give me the ball? I asked for the ball." And I think Kevin was so frustrated he slammed on one of the chairs. Draymond took exception to that. He was on his feelings like, "Man, MF'd him." Called him, and make sure I get this right. What he said, what was quoted was, I know he called him a bitch a couple of times, but what he called him, I got it right here. Draymond took it too far. Let me make sure I pull this up. To the point where his teammates was like, man, even said he went too far with it. Let me get it. Sorry about this, people. Here we go. Draymond said, according to Chris Haynes of Yahoo, he said this quote: "You're a bitch, and you know you're a bitch. We don't need you. We won without you. Leave." The result of that, Draymond got suspended for the next game. Now we got to talk about that. I'm gonna ask you if that was excessive. But anyway, Draymond Green, the Warriors front office, suspended him for a game, which cost him $120,480. I don't know if they're on talking terms. Last time I guess at the next game, they asked Kevin Durant, "Did y'all reconcile?" He said, "Nah, we will eventually, but not right now." I saw video at practice. They dapped up at practice, but so you could tell there's tension up in there. I got a lot of questions for you, bro. First off, did Draymond take it too far?
Yes.
I totally agree. Yeah. Number one, okay. Then they saying that Draymond said, "Man, you got 1 foot in the door, 1 foot out the door. You ain't with this team, blah, 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 blah." That's too much.
Yeah.
Talking about his impending free agency next year. You don't talk about that at the game in the middle of the floor.
Right. I mean, what the fuck? That's the last thing any of them should have been thinking about.
Before we move on, KD even tried to squash it. Said, "Man, let's go win this game." Draymond said, "Fuck this game," and kept on going at him. Draymond was in his feelings. And what you just mentioned before we went on air, it's deeper than what we think.
Yeah.
Okay.
And everybody always talking about is Draymond being Draymond.
Mm-hmm.
No, fuck that.
Yeah. Draymond never talked about anybody else's free agency coming up. Right. Yeah, Draymond being Draymond to a certain extent. You just took a little bit too far on this one.
Yeah, definitely.
So, okay. Now, this is how I see. KD, yeah, he didn't give you the ball, but you didn't have to go all out and just slam the chair and all this stuff. That's what I'm thinking. Hell, just last year, or this year in the finals, LeBron could have went off on J.R. Smith for that score mishap.
You say he did in the locker room. Maybe he did in the locker room.
Okay, but it was in the locker room.
But it was in the locker room. Mm-hmm. And, you know, it's an NBA game. The game is tied. You got adrenaline going. You got emotions going. Mm-hmm. You know, so I can see how Durant could come to the sideline and do that. You know, when people forget. This is what people forget.
All right.
Not to cut you off. I know I cut you off.
Go ahead.
What people forget is this is still a business. It's a business. Yes, it's a business, entertainment, sports, but it's a business. You know, you ain't finna, if we at work and somebody cut you off or do something, you ain't finna bitch them up and down and do this, blah, 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 because, hey, you can get suspended too.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Right.
It's a business at the end of the day. And certain things you just don't do. You may want to do, you just don't do it. Now, the whole thing with Durant, man, while I was open, why you give me the ball, blah, blah, blah. I can see that happen. That might happen 3-4 times a game. That might happen to 8 out of the 9 teams that's playing every night or whatever. I can see that happen.
Mm-hmm.
But when you talk about you got 1 foot in, 1 foot, what the fuck is you talking about? Where is this coming from? Right. Or I saw your mama over here doing this, or what the hell has that got to do with? That ain't got nothing to do with this game. Right. This time, right here and right now. So you already got some shit manifested in you that you should have said a while ago. Probably ain't your business in the first place, because at the end of the day, it's my business if whether I stay here or go, just like I came here, So I don't care how long KD is there, whatever. He's already one of the great player in the league, one of the top 5 best players in the league, and you can put him however you want to categorize him. Right. Draymond is okay. Draymond is a great player. He can move. He can play all 5 positions. Mm-hmm. Ain't no Durant. I don't give a fuck how you put it down. He still is not. He's not no Durant. Right. Now, my whole thing is okay. Durant came there, just like the whole thing about why he leave OKC, blah blah blah. Went there, whatever. Anybody, even if Draymond decide to stay, or leave whenever his time comes, that's on him. Draymond, Clay, and Steph, they Warriors because they was drafted by Golden State. Mm-hmm. They not Durant. Mm-hmm. So his legacy in Golden State, who knows how far it'll go. Right. So it's a whole lot of underlying stuff to it. I do believe that they'll fix it. Because winning resolves everything. I do, Draymond, all his bitches and all the stuff he even said. Yeah, that's definitely taking it too far. And so we finna see really how thick Durant's skin is.
Oh, we know how. Whoa. We know how thick his skin is. Paper thick. Let me say that he's thin skinned, bro. This man he had burner accounts on Twitter. He can't let anybody criticize him on Twitter or social media. He got to go at him. Dude is thin skinned. You seen that when he was in OKC. That being said, bro, I have to say I love me some Draymond, but he a big old hypocrite. Like we said off air, when y'all beat them, when Warriors was down, what was it, 3-1 that year, and they came back and beat OKC. And right after the game, he was the first one to call him or hit him in the parking lot and say, man, come on over to the Warriors. Then you had the Hampton Five going down to the Hamptons to go talk to – he was one of them, go down and talk to KD. And then when it's time for him, I had no problem with KD leaving OKC to the Warriors. Right. Yeah, evidently, Draymond didn't either. But now when it's time for KD to move on, you think he might move on, you got an attitude. Man, you hit him you hit him the same way you about to get hit again. You got him over there. Now he's talking about going somewhere else. Now you got y'all in your feelings. No, that's a hypocrite move, man.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
And with that being said, we just said KD thin skin. They were saying rumors had around that during the game. KD said, I can't wait to get up out of here. Dude, he won his championships. His next thing is, everybody in this legacy thing. I won my championships already. I'm going to go ahead and say they're going to win 3. He's going to win his 3rd championship this year. He going to move on to something else. Now he want to get his own team and do the same thing.
But see, now, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Golden State is not his team. It's Steph's team, Steph Curry's team. So I think he's going to sit there and say, you know what, I want it here. I'm going to move on. Where he move on to, that's up in the air. I heard they saying with the Lakers. I can't see him playing with LeBron.
No.
I heard the Knicks, which would probably be a good fit. You know, I like the coach over there, Fizdale. They got Porzingis, the new one Knowles. They just drafted. They got a good place, and they got money. I can see him even going to the Clippers. They got a nice little team over there. I think their Clippers are in tied for 4th place, 9-5. I think they rejuvenated themselves over there. So he's gonna be out of there. I'll be shocked if he stays. Because I could tell right now, Draymond gets to, I know they ain't boys like we boys. Because the bitch word would never come out of my mouth. I don't even know if we ever got mad at each other, to tell you the truth. I know the word bitch ain't gonna come out of my mouth when I talk about you.
Right.
So they ain't boys like that. You know, they teammates and they cool with they were cool with each other. So they ain't gonna be nothing for KD was more boys with Westbrook at the time than now he is with KD. And you see what he did with Westbrook. So I just think number one, I think he's out of there. Draymond was wrong all together. And for you not to apologize, I got a problem with that. You know what I'm saying? So
well, I mean, it goes back to that whole Draymond this, Draymond that, whatever. And, now it comes out came out, he cussed out the coach and
right. It came at him.
Yeah, came after the coach or whatever. Hey man, he's loose. He sound like a loose cannon too, you know. So, but sometimes he's able to pull it together and get on the court and do what he need to do. But I don't know. Like I said, Durant's a hired gun. He's gonna go where, whatever his next move is. I think he already got an idea where if he's gonna leave Golden State, he already got an idea where he want to go because he's gonna go to a team that's gonna be able to beat Golden State. Have a chance to beat Golden State. He's not gonna go to the team just to play against them and compete. He already know the firepower. He already know the ins and outs of this team. Because he's been there for a few years, so he knows he knows the intricacies of the team. So he's gonna go to a team that's got the manpower and got some players that that can beat this team. Okay, I got to go with somebody that's got a guard that I know not gonna be able to stop Steph, but at least slow him down enough where we have a shot at beating these guys. Because, like you said, Steph is Golden State, as great as Clay is or whatever, and Draymond can be on some nights. They go as far as Steph go, and so. I'm thinking he's gonna go to. I wouldn't be surprised if he ended up in the East somewhere.
Right.
So that's now what team is that? I don't know. He had better access to that than me, But it's gonna be interesting.
I agree. It's funny when Draymond said, we won without you. Yeah, that's true. But then you wouldn't have won that last year before last. Against Cleveland and Cavaliers. You would have won that, I think that, 2016? You wouldn't have won that one without KD. So, he was all in his feelings, in his emotions, he was just spurting out. You just got to get that under control because this might cost you – it might cost you yourself might get traded because you said.
If they get a commitment from Durant, they were like, okay, well – get rid of his ass.
Yep.
You gone, motherfuckers. You gone.
Yep. Exactly. You gone.
And so now, I know they said he suspended, they suspended Draymond and he was a professional about it, whatever. But clearly the organization felt you was wrong, and, you can't be berating your teammates on the sideline or whatever. Like I said, it's a business and you present yourself in front of 20,000 people. That's stadium. They ain't because I'm at the cameras around the league, around the world. But you representing Golden State. So, they had to do something. Yeah. They had to do something. And, right now it just looked like it's all, Draymond Green. He did this, he did this. Durant didn't get blamed for nothing, but asking for the ball.
Right.
What does a champion, what does a competitor do? They want the ball.
Exactly. So Yeah, we're gonna wait and see how this ends up, man. But it's not looking good for Draymond. You know, as much as I like Draymond, he was totally out of pocket with that situation. When you get to the point where Boogie Cousins trying to calm you down,
Right.
you know you went too far. You know what I'm saying? So, all right, man. Let's move on to the NFL. The NFL is moving Monday night's game between the Los Angeles Rams and the Kansas City Chiefs from Mexico City, where it's supposed to be at the Estadio Azteca, to the Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum due to poor field conditions. The league announced on Tuesday, quote, "We have worked intensively with our partners at Estadio Azteca for months in preparation for this game," NFL Executive Vice President of International Mark Waller said in a statement. Quote, "Until very recently, we had no major concerns, but the combination of a difficult rainy season and a heavy multi-event calendar of events at the stadium have resulted in significant damage to the field that presents unnecessary risk to player safety and makes it unsuitable to host an NFL game." I blame this on Mexico. Dude, you know, I understand the difficult rainy season, but you sit here trying to squeeze in a NFL game in between these soccer games, and the field look like, if y'all look at the picture of this field, it looks horrible. And you can't, and this is just not any game. You got a 9-1 going up against a 9-1. Top teams in the league going at each other, and you want them to play on this field where somebody I'm going to put it out there, somebody was going to get injured on this one, tear an ACL, Achilles, whatever. It's just too much money to be risking for them to play on this field. So I have no problem with the NFL moving the game to LA, and so I take it LA is the home team. Was going to be considered the home team in Mexico. So I think that's the reason why they moved it to L.A. Mm-hmm. But it's going to be a hell of a game, and I had no problem with them moving it. What about you?
Yeah, I mean, basically Mexico's still saying, okay, yeah, we know y'all got the NFL, but soccer's still our sport, and we're going to play our fucking soccer game
that's true.
On our field, and you take it how you want. If you still want to come down here and play, hey, you come down here and play. If not, you know, take it back to one of the many fields y'all got up there or whatever. And that's just what the NFL did, you know. But, yeah, that field was horrendous, you know. Because if they wanted the NFL really down there, they either A, they wouldn't have played that soccer game on that field like they did, or B, as soon as that game was over, they'd have
resigned that backup turf.
Yeah. So, but they didn't. They left that shit clumpy and everything. I was like, oh. Yeah, so they already showed you what their priorities was.
That's true.
This ain't London, motherfuckers.
Yeah, right. Cool. All right, man, let's jump into this Bell situation before we get on to our Week 11 picks. All-pro running back Le'Veon Bell did not report to the Pittsburgh Steelers to sign his franchise tender by the 4 p.m. deadline Tuesday, rendering him ineligible to play at all this season. Bell passed up $14.5 million in 2018 by electing not to sign his franchise tag. It was the second straight year he received the tag from the Steelers, preventing him from hitting the open market. Steelers general manager Kevin Colbert confirmed in a statement that Bell didn't sign the tender. The 26-year-old will now prepare for his long-awaited free agency, where he'll be the top available running back, if not player. In 5 seasons with the Steelers, Bell was selected to 3 Pro Bowls and named to an All-Pro team twice. He finished 3 of the past 4 seasons ranked among the top 5 in rushing, while also providing plenty of value in the passing game. The Steelers have hardly suffered without Bell, as second-year tailback James Conner has thrived in an every down role this season. We talked about this last week. You told me how you felt about Bell doing what he's doing. I told you how I felt about Bell. Nothing changed for me. $14.5 million is gone. He kept the fight going. I give it to him. Now it's moving on. Now hopefully the Steelers won't be petty and try to find a way to keep him. You just gotta let him go. I ain't gonna say he was a cancer, but he was giving problems to the team concept. So you gotta let him go. And then did you see how Steelers players was raiding his locker, taking his shoes and stuff? They didn't even clean out his locker. I guess they did that eventually, but the players went to his locker, stole his Jordans and all his equipment out the locker, took his nameplate off the locker stall. He can't come back. I think I seen Dupree, the linebacker Dupree, took 2 pairs of his Jordan cleats. He ain't coming back, man. They ain't inviting him back.
They ain't wearing his shit. They even took his shit and put it over in a box somewhere.
Or sold it on eBay. No, they showed the video. Dupree put them bad fellas on, walked over to his locker, man.
Yeah. Well, he been off the team even when he was still on the team.
Yeah. When he never showed up, they kept There's just too many things going on where you could tell that the Steelers didn't care for him doing what he's doing.
Of course, yeah. So I mean, it is okay. You out for the 2018 season, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
What did Gurley end up getting last year? 45
with 20 something guaranteed. I'll look it up.
I forgot. But I mean, so basically you fucked off $14.5 million this year gambling on yourself that you're going to cause. I mean, even if somebody came back and offers you 30, you still short. You still came up short.
Right.
So you have to exceed what you was going to get plus what you lost, And so the one thing he got going for him is, outside of being 26 years old, I sat out a year. So my body missed a whole year beating as a running back, And so that a team could take that into consideration. So now, what team's going to pay him $40+ million?
Somebody gonna be a sucker and do it. I ain't gonna call it a sucker, but some team gonna do it.
Yeah, somebody might do it.
To answer your question real quick, Todd Gurley signed a 4-year, $57.5 million contract with $21 million guaranteed.
Okay.
I'm sorry. No, $21 million signing bonus, $45 million guaranteed.
Okay, so that's what he's looking for, $45 million guaranteed.
Yeah.
So he has to at least. I mean, because he lost 14.5 this year. So
wait. He's not gonna make that up. Let's go and put it out there. There's no way for him to make that up. That's just lost. That's lost for the cause.
So you lost that for the cause to I don't know. I see. Back to square one. I don't get it.
He did this for all the running backs, future running backs that's gonna get ran down to the dirt off these contracts and off these franchise tags. That's what his cause is. Whether it worked or not, I'll applaud him for doing so. I don't care what anybody else say. Hey.
All right, we'll see. Because I ain't finna get back into it.
No, I know you ain't. If you're looking for that 3-year contract where he get more guarantee money, he think he won.
So again, it's a wait and see. So we're gonna see who's gonna pay him.
Right.
So
it's a roll of the dice. We always said, I know we're gonna move on because we just recapping what we talked about last week. If he signed a $14.5 million tender and he got hurt, and you know what? Let's keep it real. He most likely get hurt anyway. ACL tear, all this. He's been missing a lot of games. So he already know the way he plays, he gonna do something might happen. The likelihood of something to happen would happen. So $14.5 million. You signed that tender. you get hurt, you won't get that guaranteed money at the back end. Whereas now, you sat out a year, you lost $14.5 million, but your future earnings could be $30 million. Guaranteed. We're looking for the guaranteed money. I know Gurley signed $45 million. If he doesn't even get $45 million, if he get $35 million, $30 million, it's still a plus. That's all I'm saying.
As an owner,
okay,
you get hurt every year.
Mm-hmm.
How am I gonna guarantee you $30, $40 million when the numbers say you're not gonna finish this season with me? The numbers say I might get 10 games out of you. Why would I guarantee you $30, $40 million?
Because you want the top 3 running backs in the league when healthy. You going on the premonition.
Okay, fuck that. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. We just gonna see. We see it 2 different ways, man. Hey, everybody out there, tell us know what you think. Do you believe what I'm saying, or do you believe in what Brandon's saying? Put it down in the comments. Let us know on Twitter, down here in the comments, wherever you can find us. Because I'm cool with what Bill did. Mm-hmm. And you know what? I think Bill thought in his head after the linemen said what they said about the contract, and then when Coach said what he said about we want volunteers, not oh shoot. We want volunteers, not hostages. He already knew he wasn't coming back, especially after Coach said what he said. Man, dude, miss me. I'll see y'all. I'll see y'all next year when I play against y'all. Somebody gonna pick him up, and somebody gonna give him that money.
When did Bell sign his contract?
When did who?
When did Bell sign this contract?
This last one he had? Bell or Gurley?
Bell.
All right. I'll let you know. It was where is he at? There's a lot of Bills playing in the NFL. Come on. All right, here we go. My fault. That's what we're gonna do. Hell, what? Le'Veon Bell signed a 1-year, $14.5 million contract with the Pittsburgh Steelers, including the average. Wait. This is 2000. Oh, no. They don't even tell you what his past. Here we go. Let me see. Let me see if I can find it. In 2013, he signed a 4-year, $4.1 million contract with the Pittsburgh Steelers. 4.1. I put you like this, bro. I put you like this. He signed a 4-year, when he was drafted. So he was on his rookie contract.
Okay.
I'm making $4.1 million for 4 years. A little bit more than $1 million a year. And you tag me twice. Keep me from making my long-term money, my guaranteed money. I ain't blaming Bill, man. Man, bump that. Man, if y'all don't want me, like I said, if you didn't want me if you didn't know if you wanted me off my first franchise tag, let me go and get my money instead of tagging me twice. See, that's the BS I tell you about with the NFL, man. They know what they're doing. They're trying to run these running backs to the ground, franchise tagging them twice. Man, bump that. I'm with Bill.
They got to work this out in their CBA.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Even if your running backs got a different wordings for them or whatever, something to protect the running backs if the running backs, position feel threatened like that or whatever. And I'm far from saying that it isn't. I'm not saying that the league not doing that to them,
right?
But it's got to be some language in there that says, they don't, their contract is different,
right.
As far as, them being tagged or whatever.
Yeah.
So,
from what I understand, he was tagged in 2017 for $12.1 million. Okay, so he made money, 12.4. So with the 4.1 million for the 4 years, he did make 12.1 in 2017. Then they tag him again with this last tag for 14.5. If they tag him again, this is how I know he's gone from Pittsburgh. If they tag him again, I think they said it was 25 million. They ain't gonna pay $25 million on the tag. They're gonna do him like Washington did Cousins.
Mm-hmm.
So that's all I gotta say. You got anything else to say about this, man? Because I can tell you, we already know where we stand. We already dug our trenches.
Right.
All right, man. Let's go ahead and throw out Week 11 picks out here. Week 10 last week, I went 8-6. Last week was like the Pepto-Bismol week for me.
Yeah, it was a lot of upsets.
A lot of upsets. You know what I'm saying? All right, so let's move on. Oh, I didn't say it. I went 8.6. Brandon here went 9.5. You kicking my ass this year, man. I don't appreciate that. This is the first time I'm like, okay, I gotta put my weight up, man. Cause this is I ain't used to this. Anyway,
I just stop overthinking this shit.
I see. You second place in the Pick'em League, man. Wait. Before we move on, did you make your picks?
I did.
All right, man.
And I saved.
I'm gonna check when we get off. All right, man. Let's go ahead and make our Week 11 picks. Let's go with the first game, which was last night. We recording on a Friday. So last night we only had to pick because we already know who won. Seahawks. We had the Green Bay Packers as 4-4-1 going up to Central League Field to play the Seattle Seahawks as 4-5. Both me and Brandon picked the Seahawks, and the Seahawks won. I think they won 27-24.
Yeah.
And of course, Green Bay messed up. I forgot how it went. They went and punt and didn't get the ball back. McCarthy's job might be on the line, man. I don't care what anybody say. Well, I know we had the hot seat picks last week. McCarthy, boy, he better watch it.
I told you, yeah, he might be out of there.
Yeah. Next up, we got the Cincinnati Bengals as 5-4. We're going up to M&T Bank Stadium to play the Baltimore Ravens as 4-5. It's an AFC North matchup. Oh, I take that back. They're going to – wait a minute. No. Isn't that Paul Brown? Oh, let's see. I'm messing up on those. Isn't that Paul Brown Stadium? If it's at Paul Brown Stadium, that's in Cincinnati.
Right.
I want to say it's in Cincinnati. I know I got it up here wrong. But anyway, both teams need this game. They're not going to catch – well, the Bengals are 1.5 games back of the Steelers. Ravens are 2.5 games back. They both need this game. AJ Green out, but they did a little bit more hungry than Baltimore. I'm gonna go ahead with the. I don't trust Joe Flacco like I used to. I'm gonna go with the Bengals, man. I think Joe Mixon, the running back for the Bengals, gonna squeak this game out for the Bengals. I'm going Bengals over Ravens. What you got?
I'm going with Baltimore.
I knew you would.
Cincinnati, they missing a top flight receiver. Baltimore still playing defense. And maybe we can get just enough out of Flacco to win this division game. So I'm gonna go with Baltimore.
Okay. This is where I catch up. All right. Sunday night game. The game we are waiting on. We here in Chicago. We roll with our Chicago Bears. Don't get me wrong. I'm a diehard Denver Bronco fan. But Denver ain't in this game in Chicago. I'm rolling with Chicago Bears. This is an NFC North matchup. We got the Minnesota Vikings as 5-3-1. Coming here to Chicago to play the Bears at 6-3. And I'm pleasantly shocked that they 6-3. Here at Soldier Field, y'all know where I'm going with. It's going to be a good game. It might be a 6-point win, 7-point win. I'm learning to trust Trubisky. That defense is legit. Minnesota ain't no punk. But I think since it's here, we're going to be hyped. Everybody waiting for this game. And Sunday, it's a primetime game. And I heard they flexed another primetime game in the future. I think Rams and Bears. So the Bears getting recognized right now, which is cool. But right here, this game, I'm going with the Bears over the Vikings. What you got?
This is gonna be a tough game. Soldier Field. it's going to be a field goal game.
Mm-hmm.
Bears kicker having issues right now.
Ooh, I forgot about that.
You know, so I mean, he said he was out practicing Soldier Field last couple of days, you know, by himself or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so Bears got 2 games coming up with Minnesota. They play them this week, and they play them the last game of the season.
Okay.
I believe the Bears are going to split these games. Now, the question is, which one they're going to win and which one they're going to lose?
Which one you think they need more? One right now or one later on?
You definitely need the one right now.
Mm-hmm.
I like to see them win it. I'm a Bears fan. I don't think they will.
Whoa. At home?
At home. I don't think they'll get this first game.
Okay.
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 I don't think they. I think it's gonna be close.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think they're gonna get this first one.
Wow.
Okay. But I'm gonna pick the Bears.
You are so funny with that. All right. So you're gonna pick the Bears, but you wouldn't be shocked.
I wouldn't be shocked if they lose this game by a field goal or 2 because it's gonna be that type of game. Okay. But I want them to get it, you know. But yeah, I'm going with Chicago.
Okay. All right. I'm with you. I'm skeptical. Cause Kirk Cousins, he's that player. He gonna play all the way to the end.
Yeah, he's gonna play all the way to the end. Both teams, Minnesota, they're playing defense now. They weren't at the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Playing defense now. It's a lot at stake. I mean, the division is at stake right now. You know, so right now on paper, Minnesota's already is a Super Bowl contender. The Bears, they're not.
Okay.
Minnesota got the Super Bowl quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
The Bears got a rookie.
Mm.
You know, so this game right here, the Bears have to capitalize on every Viking mistake and limit theirs in order to have a chance to win.
Okay. So, there's your formula. There's your formula from Brandon on how the Bears gonna win it. All right, cool. We both got the Bears, but we wouldn't be shocked if the Vikings do something. Last game, the game everybody waiting on. Monday Night Football is supposed to be in Mexico, but it's not right now. We got the Kansas City Chiefs, that's 9-1, going up to Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum to play the 9-1 Los Angeles Rams. I'm going to let you go first on this one. Who you got, bro?
Kansas City, L.A. Both high-scoring offenses.
Mm-hmm.
Difference in this game is going to be the defense.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Both teams can run the football, but I don't think Kansas City will be able to run it against the Rams. You know, and that's going to be the difference in the game to me. They're going to be able to put pressure on the quarterback, on the Chiefs quarterback. He ain't a rookie, but he's a rookie. And they put pressure on him and make him do some things that he's not normally accustomed to doing. He's not going to have that running game to lean on this week. So I like the Rams in this one. I like they come with the full package. So
okay.
And they're at home now.
True. All right, cool. I hear you. But I don't agree with you with the defense. Yes, I know the Kansas City Chiefs defense ain't all that, but they got a high power offense that will cover that up. Back to the Rams. I used to be in the same boat, same way of thinking as you thinking, because I said, man, they got Dominican Sue, they got Aaron Donald, they got Peters on one side, Talib on the other side, even though Talib hurt. I said, that's a high-powered defense. Oh, they're going to make it. What I saw last week against Seattle Seahawks, even though they did win, they ran the ball up their throat. They killed them on the run game. And it's shocking to see that that the run defense is shot. So with that being said, with Kareem Hunt over there, and they got the little high-powered joystick brother and that Hunt. What's I'm about to say Cohen. I can't remember his name. The wide receiver, little short wide receiver that run all over the place.
Yeah, I know you're talking about.
Yeah. You get and Kelsey. They got too much going. And then if you ask me to pick golf or Mahomes, I'm picking Mahomes, man. Golf has stepped up his game a whole lot, but that run defense for the Rams is suspect. So I'm go ahead and go pick the Chiefs. Come out of here with the W against the Rams.
I just remembered. I forgot the Rams. They lost Cup. He's out for the season.
Oh, that's right. Yes.
I just remembered that. So they down a man. So now that does change things. That does change things. So it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting. You know what? Yeah, I think I forgot about that. And Cub, he's a big part of what they do. Yeah. He's a big part of what they do. Yeah,
you had Cook to pop the top of the
defense. Yeah,
Cub was that one to come across the middle and get them short yards that you need.
Yeah, I'm gonna change. Okay,
all right. You made this. What is finally one time I got to change your mind.
Yeah, you did. Very good. You made me rethink it. Yeah, I'm Kansas City.
All right, cool. And Tyreek Hill is the guy I was talking about.
Tyreek Hill, yeah.
Tyreek Hill. So, and they got Sammy Watkins. Let's not forget that. They got too many weapons over there.
Sammy Watkins, yeah, they got a lot of weapons because he's not the guy I thought that he would be over there.
Mm-hmm.
Because they don't really need him like that. So.
Okay.
Interesting.
Cool. All right, those are our picks. Our power picks for week 11. Tell us what you think. Put down in the comments. And if you got anything else to say, bruh, we're going to close shop. You good?
Yeah, I'm good. That Rams Chiefs thing still bothers me. I don't know.
I got it. I'm gonna save it for next week. And let you guys know out there. We're gonna record on Wednesday because Thursday is Thanksgiving, and this last thing I'm gonna think about doing is recording for that week. So we're gonna do it on Wednesday.
Right.
Getting ready for the games, for the Thanksgiving games out there. But I got a rant. Let you know I got a Cowboy fan tells me that we don't talk about the Dallas Cowboys much, and that it's an American team, and he don't understand why we don't talk about the Cowboys. I will rant on that next week. I'm going to let my man know. I'm going to ask your question on the show next week. Brandon, you can join if you want to, but I got America's.
I don't know where the hell he get that from. America's team since that fucking, 90s? Jimmy Johnson?
Hold it. Save it for next week. That's the first thing I was going to say. When the last time y'all been? Anyway.
Yeah.
Expect it next week. But anyway, you good, bro?
I'm good.
Let's close shop, man. The crew here at Get With It Sports want to thank you for taking the time for watching the 2 Cents Positive Sports podcast. And once again, while you are here, click the subscribe button so you can learn all the stuff we have here at Get With It Sports 2 on our YouTube channel. You can find us on Twitter, me at Get With It Sports, my partner here, Brandon at LEB412. Read our posts on the blog page at getwithitsports.wordpress.com. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram /getwithitsports. And if you need to contact us, get on the show, contact us, figure out how to get on the show, or whatever, shoot the shit, it doesn't matter. Email us at getwithitsports2, that's number 2, @gmail.com. And as always, I'm your boy Glass.
And I'm Brandon.
The best tag team tandem out here in sports talk. Be good, be safe, get with it. Peace.